Well, how do you make things happen with no money? You know, when I think back to that day when I decided to quit my day job back in May of 2012, and as a matter of fact, just before I quit my day job, 6 months before I quit, I met this guest, a registered guest at the time, who thoughtfully shared his copy of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's classic self-help book, with me. It was a powerful book, and I'll tell you why. In the copy that I had, you turn the page into the foreword, and at the top of the foreword it says, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve." And that stuck with me the entire time. Up to this day, it stayed with me. And I thought, wow, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. And the information stayed with me, and I think it actually helped to, it contributed, no doubt, to my decision to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to apply myself even more than I have been in my life. I thought at the time that it's time for me to take the next step in my life. And so I decided to quit my job in in May of 2012. And after that, a month, 2 months, nothing. I was broke. You know, I used to earn $5,000 a year, and I went from that to zero. How? I worked at the hotel for 3 years, but how did I just move from $5,000 to zero? Why? Because I wasn't disciplining myself to save my money. I wasn't paying myself first when I get paid. I thought that when I get paid, I spend. Get paid, you spend. Get paid, swipe. No discipline whatsoever when it comes to paying yourself first, putting aside money, investing your money. Nothing like that was registered here in my head when I was getting paid and stuff. So I didn't do well, pretty much. I would, as Jim Rohn would say, I messed up big time, you know, but I didn't beat myself about it. I didn't hold myself down and mope about it every day. I got up with determination, saying that if I'm going to take the next big step in my life, I have to be determined to find another way and to make it work for me, to find a way that I'm excited about, that I'm enthusiastic about, that I'm passionate about, and make it work. 6 months after that, I chanced into a young woman by the name of Dana Wallace online, and she is an online business coach and marketing strategist, helping people. Her passion is helping people around the world, in Jamaica and around the world, to make or create a successful online business and use that to achieve financial independence. And during a webinar, I saw her on Facebook advertising a webinar, so I was like, okay, fine, I think I should join this webinar, and I put my information, name, email, and registered for the webinar. And then when I got into the webinar the Wednesday evening, during the webinar, I asked her, Dana, I've always been complimented on having a great voice. How can I use my voice to make money online? And coming to the end of the webinar, Dana said to me, Leroy, what I want you to do after this webinar is to go to Fiverr.com, create a free profile, a free account, fill out your profile, and start offering your services as a voiceover artist. And at the end of the webinar, I didn't wait a second. I went straight to Fiverr.com, created the account, filled the information into the profile section, and started offering my services. I went to a page where you could bid for jobs that were listed there for people who wanted jobs to be done for them, you know, recordings being done or whatever it is that they had on the site at the time, graphic designing, all the other stuff. But I saw voiceover jobs that I could do, and so I placed a bid on a few jobs. And within 48 hours of doing that, I got my first client, and I earned my first $5. Remember, I was broke. I didn't have any money. I left my day job broke, and I had a desire to make the next step in my life, to find something else that I could do that I'm passionate about and enthusiastic about, that I could see myself doing for another 5 years or 10 years. And I took that step. I found Dana online and she guided me. And I earned my first $5 online. It was an exciting time in my life and I will never forget it. But I took action, bold action, and I was determined. And because I was determined, I was able to take my earnings, not only, I was able to take my earnings from $5 all the way up to $300 US, $400 US. And I'm telling you, because I was determined, coming from zero, coming from nothing, I was able to make things happen without money. What do you do when you don't have any money? What really do you do when there is no money in the bank, when there's no money in your pocket? What do you do? The first thing I want you to do is to shift your mindset. The book, Think and Grow Rich, was a powerful book. It is a powerful, it is still and will forever be a powerful book. But the information in it will only be powerful when you take it and apply it in your life. Application is important. Be determined, apply the information and make it work for you. Shift your mindset. The first thing I want you to do, shift your mindset. Go back to your mind, because that is the root of the results that you're getting in your life. Not the effort that you've been putting into your job, the willy-nilly effort and the half-hearted efforts. You need to find what you love to do, push yourself, and find a way how to apply business skills to it and start earning from it. And there are many platforms online that you can explore that matches your skills, what you love to do, with buyers who want what you love to do. You know, sites like odes.com, sites like elance.com, and I already mentioned fiverr.com. There are so many others that you can go to and start making things happen online if you have no money. Making things happen with no money. So the first thing, shift your mindset. Raise your thinking. Become more consciously aware of who you are and what you're capable of. Your value in the marketplace is determined only by you. Nobody else can determine your value. You determine your own value. And if you don't learn how to become more valuable, how to become more attractive, you won't attract the kind of success, the kind of money, the kind of wealth, not only financially, not only in money, but the kind of wealth that you want to enjoy in your life. You won't be able to attract it until you start shifting your mindset. The next thing I want you to do is to request help. I had a desire, but I needed a bit of help to get me on my way, to take bold action. Dana was there to help me, to guide me, to show me, Leroy, you can go to fiverr.com, create a free account, and she helped me to get going. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you're in crisis situation, when you're down and out. You know, when you're down but probably not out. But when you're, you just don't know how to start. You know what you want to do, but you just don't know how to start. Go out, get help. Get help. You need it. We all need help at some point in our lives. Go out and get help. And third, when you get help and you start get going and you start out on your journey, be determined. Have great expectations. Know that when you, by doing this and by staying it and by staying the course and by sticking to it day in, day out, every day you wake up, you're thinking about it, you're doing it, you're speaking it, everything, you're dedicated, you're committed, you're determined, that great results will come at the right time. Stay focused, stay determined, because you can do it, and start living the determined life.